their very first item that they ever brought to us here at QVC.
It is. I think over 10 years ago now.
The sirloin
Yes.
steaks.
Yep.
Also known as the everyday steaks.
The everything steak. That's exactly right.
Today, we're giving you 10 of the 5 ounces. These are perfect for weeknight meals, date nights, entertaining. They truly are an everything steak. And today, we have them for you at a one-time only price. Not $109. You're getting them home today for $89.98 or 5 payments of $18 on a credit card. What do you do when you come home from a long day of work and you're just hungry to get something quick on the table? These steaks do that for you, but they give you the steakhouse quality that you're looking for.
That's it. You're exactly right, Alberti. First and foremost, these are black Angus, right? All raised and harvested right here in the United States. They're what we call corn-fed. So they're corn-fed for 150 days. And that corn gives us that really rich, beautiful marbling that makes this steak so tender and juicy, just like you see on the screen.
So now I want to show you. Each one comes individually blast frozen and vacuum sealed. That's not the way that you find steaks at the grocery store. There's a reason for that. It not only locks in the freshness, it seals in the flavor. Each one of these is black Angus. They're wet aged 28 days, so you get this robust, delicious flavor. And of course, you even get the seasoning to go along with it. So you get everything to be successful in the way that you're preparing these for yourself, for your loved ones. We're going to go through some ideas.
Yes.
But first and foremost, let's show everyone where the meat comes from.
I want to go right to it, Alberti, because I think it's so important. So again, this is all right here from the Corn Belt of our country, right? Nebraska, South Dakota, that area is where all this beef comes from. Farmers we've done business with for many, many years. But this meat is not all meat's created equal. Let me put it that way. When you go to the grocery store or you go to a butcher shop and you buy a sirloin steak, this is the meat that it comes from, right? But with the grocery store or the butcher shop, they're cutting the steaks with all of this left on there. What we do is completely different at Rastelli's. We take all of this fat, we remove it. We take the top portion, which is not typically as tender, we remove that. And then we take this piece of gristle here that you just cannot chew at all, and we remove that. So we take about 50% of that sirloin, Alberti, and put it to the side, and then this is where we cut your steaks from. It's completely denuded. There's no fat from one end to the other, and you're gonna have every bit of that steak in your mouth instead of on your plate.
No bone, no gristle, no fat, marbling and flavor, and of course that 28 days wet aging process allows the meat to be even more tender than what you experience at the grocery store, where truthfully they're like cutting it and throwing it right out for everyone to buy.
Within a day or two old and putting it out in that case because they want to keep it as red as they can for as long as they can in that case for you. Where with us, it's all individually vacuum packaged as you showed a minute ago. But Alberti, this is our everything steak, and the reason we call it that is because you can do so many different things with it. When you have a steak that's like this, that's incredibly lean from one end to the other, and there's no fat, but you can also see that rich marbling that's in that steak there. There's so many different things you can do with this cut. It eats as a great steak, of course. Steak and potatoes every day. But imagine making, taking a little bruschetta and making crostinis with your sirloin steak. Or taking this is one of my favorites right here, right? So, which is our chicken fried steak. So we'll take our, sirloin steak, just get our kitchen mallet, flatten it down, pound it out, a little egg wash, panko breadcrumbs, and you have a beautiful chicken fried steak or steak on a salad. No matter what you're doing in your home.
That's my favorite right there,
This is the steak to have in your freezer at all times.
All right, so listen, we have 2 ship windows for you. You can get these right away. Price goes up at the end of the show, so check out your shopping cart. You can also get these in October, the week of October 7th. Now, there's no auto delivery on this. I want to let you know right away, October 7th, very, very limited. So if you want that, fewer than 200 to go around. And 99924 is your item number. You get 10 of them. This is for a $9 steak.
Right.
That imagine going to a steakhouse. You can't even get steak and eggs for $9 at a diner.
I was just going to say, you stole the words out of my mouth.
Right, like for real.
Yes, and it would be probably the worst steak you've ever had, right?
Trust me, yes.
And it still wouldn't be $9. So, with this is all black Angus beef, and whether you're eating it well done like this one is, or just that perfect medium rare or rare as Brittany loves to eat it, this is going to be a tender steak each and every time. I mean, I want you to see, the knife just glides through this meat, but also with the fork, you can just cut right through the steak with a fork because it is that tender. It's fork tender as it should be.
And I will tell you, it has a great flavor. The tenderness of a filet, I feel like it almost has a little bit of like a New York City beefiness quality to it, right?
You know, the sirloin is known for having that beefy flavor, but again, it's lean, so you're not going to taste any fat with this cut, and that's why most people love it so much.
And it's awesome on the grill. There's a lot of ways to prepare it. We're going to talk to you about that in a second, but Rachel and I are both taking a bite out of this.
Yeah, we love the Rastelli steaks. They are so delicious and flavorful and tender, and I just have to say, we're so proud that you as a brand are here.
Thank you.
You are our largest food brand. You serve the steaks and chops for the world's only 7-star restaurant in Dubai. Instead of flying to Dubai, we're going to send this to your home for free. Am I looking at this right, that it actually is 10 for $89?
Yes,
It is.
$9 a steak. I don't think I've seen it at that price this
Not
year.
for a long time.
What in the world? It's $9 for a 5-ounce steak.
It is.
That is the price of, if you go to a drive-through restaurant, you
Yes.
get a burger and a small fry and one drink, where we know the
Yeah.
drinks, why are they charging us for drinks? 'Cause
Right.
of sugar
Yeah,
involved, right? You're like, how did that even
Listen,
happen?
Rachel and I were in New York City yesterday.
Yes,
we
we
were doing
were.
some fun stuff that's
Nice.
going to be
Coming
coming
up.
up on QVC.
Yeah.
And, you know, imagine had we gone to a steak house
We
in New
had
York
a
City.
salad, and it was $70.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
did.
It
we
is.
did.
It's absurd. What
We had a
restaurants are
salad and a
charging for
pizza,
steaks.
and we paid over $70.
Yes, we did.
And we had a bottled water.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Just to be clear,
Yeah.
it
That they
wasn't a
charge you
To be
cocktail.
$20
clear, there
for.
was no cocktail
No.
involved. But today, we're going to give you the opportunity to get that extremely high-level, 5-star quality, 7-star quality.
Yes.
We're giving you the ability to have the freshness, the ease, and the convenience.
Yeah.
You know, Age of Possibility is about convenience, too. I want to be able to just take out one steak, not open up a giant pack that's a Val pack that I
Right.
got at the grocery
Exactly.
store.
Right.
This is one that's going to give you that perfect meal for yourself. But here's what's going on. If you want it, today's your day to get it. With 2,000 is what we brought in. We have fewer than 800 left immediately,
Wow.
and only 100 left in October. So well more than half of
Jeez.
our quantities have sold through.
Thank you.
So check out your shopping cart and get this home. Here's what I will tell you. Rastelli's, as a brand, had over 11 nominations this year. I know for a fact that they won more than this one, but I can't tell you all the different awards that they won.
Yeah.
You'll have to stick
Stay
around for the
tuned.
rest of the show to
Yes.
see. However, what I will say is this, is that this brand is our #1 food brand. #1 in sales, #1 also when it comes to customer satisfaction. Our customers go crazy for Rastelli meats, and today you're giving us the opportunity to now all try it. The first item that you ever brought to us at QVC, the sirloin steaks, at one of the best values. $18 on Easy Pay with free shipping.
It truly is. And you know, this item wouldn't have lasted as long as it has if
Nope.
it wasn't great and if it wasn't that everyday steak. And that's why we call it the everything steak. It can truly be used for every occasion, whether it's steak and eggs, a steak and potatoes, or if you're putting it on a salad or making steak top pizza.
Yeah.
Because this steak is so lean and it has no fat, you're going to enjoy it each and every time. I promise you that. And that's why it's been a customer favorite for this long.
You know, when we do like our customer, like our foodie fest,
Yes.
the Rastellis host
They
one
host
of the
one of
dinners.
those.
I love the foodie
Yeah,
fest.
and the Rastellis host the dinner, and all the foodies that come to QVC, like they're like, oh my gosh, this is better. Like it's even like look at how amazing this is. Like it's better than going to a steakhouse. That's the experience that you get in your own house. In your own house,
Right.
now.
Whenever
can have
you want
this.
it.
Yeah.
And whenever you want it. Because it's available to you. It's a random Tuesday and you decide
Right.
it's going to be a little bit fancy and special. Let me pull out that steak.
Right.
You've decided that you want to make steak chili. You want to make steak fajitas. You want to put steak on top of a pizza. You want to just do a steak and veg because it's so delicious. Honestly, get this home and try it because, you know, we're
Get it
trying
now,
to be
too,
smart
yeah.
about our proteins. You don't have to like say goodbye to flavor. It's full of flavor. It's really easy. It doesn't come with instructions that are hard to understand.
No.
You got a grill? Grill it.
Yeah.
You have a skillet?
Right.
Skillet it.
Skillet.
Right. And you know
Throw
what's-
it in the oven with a pat of butter on top. That's the way that I used to do it when I was younger.
Exactly. If any of your relatives, your family, your nephews or nieces are out tailgating, right? We're in football season.
Yeah.
This is one of the best steaks to tailgate with because it cooks so quickly, Alberti. I mean, if you have it one of those kind of parking lot grills, take this steak out. First off, it's going to thaw in a matter of 20 to 30 minutes. But once you put this on the grill, a minute and a half on each side, this steak is going to be ready to go.
Yeah, and by the way, I always do like a little cold water defrost.
Yes.
You can do that as well.
Very
They
quickly.
really are simple, easy, delicious. The quality's there, the flavor's there. I want to remind you, you're not paying for bones, you're not paying for gristle, you're not paying for fat. You're paying for 100% what you're eating.
Right.
And that is end-to-end delicious sirloin steak. Today, we're giving you the opportunity to get it at $9 a steak. I find that
it's
laughable.
incredible. It
I
is.
find that laughable. You can't even go to the drive-through and get leave with $9,
No,
quite
you
frankly,
can't.
right?
Maybe,
with a meal.
Maybe a small little kid's meal.
Yeah. Today, we're giving you the opportunity to get that. And I don't want to like just pass the seasoning, the signature seasoning. Talk to us about that, because
Yes.
it's not just salt and pepper.
It's not, and you're seeing it on the steak right here, but it's the perfect accompaniment to go with these steaks. And a little tip from us, before we talk about the seasoning, when you do get your steaks at home, get them to room temperature.
Yes.
So you want to get that steak, let it thaw out either in cold water, as Alberti suggested, or in the refrigerator the day before, but get it to room temperature before you cook it. I love seasoning, salt especially. I usually season both sides of that steak, then I cook it. And then from there, once it comes out, I season it again, let it rest for about 5 minutes, and you're gonna have a great, a truly great
Tent
steak.
it with a pat of butter.
There
That's
you
all
go.
I have to say,
Yes.
right?
That's
Your
what the
dad
chefs
taught
do.
me
That is
to
what the
tent
chefs
it,
do.
Put
Yes.
it in foil, tent it with a pat of butter,
It is.
and you will say, Rachel,
It just
whoa.
melts throughout, right?
Open,
It
put it
does.
under the broiler for a second or two
Yep.
to get that sear and that sizzle.
Just be careful with
yes.
the broiler. Brittany almost caught our house on fire. Yes. She's probably watching, and she knows what we're talking about. A little garlic toast, but
All right, so
works great
listen-
on the steaks.
So listen, today's your day to do it. Price goes up at the end of our show. $18 is your easy pay. I want to remind you, we have an immediate ship window. We also have October 7th, but both are now very limited. October sold out. Immediate, I have final 400 available for you.
Is there any AD?
No auto delivery.
No.
You might want to stock up and get this home for yourself.
Yeah.
M99924 is your item number. Ray the Third, always a pleasure to have you in the show.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
So grateful for everything you do.
On another award. I
Thank
feel
you,
like
everyone.
if we went to their house, they'd have like a whole wall of
We do keep them all
awards.
together, and we're so blessed. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rachel,
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so
Thank
listen,
you.
that was fun.
That was